Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in today. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do and smash that bell. That's right, man. This month we got a lot of great things going on, and one is the Shure SM7B microphone giveaway, and you don't want to miss out. All you have to do is type down there as to why you love the Shure microphone, and that'll enter you in the contest along with subscribing to my channel. It's as easy as that, man. But today I want to talk about what is in your rack. Man, so many mic preamps out there, so many ads out there as to what microphone preamp is the best, what compressor is the best. There's just so much to choose from, And I put down there a link down there as to some of my favorite microphone preamps that I've worked with in the past in some of your world nice Class A studios. So it kind of saves you some time as to hunting around, because there are a lot of ads out there that can throw you off, man. You just don't know what to get, man, these days. So, with a lot of trial and error, you hear this, you hear that, but what are the professionals really using in their studio, man? And that's really what it gets down to, because you can spend a lot of money and have a lot of regrets if you have to buy twice, or you buy something and you're not happy with it. I mean, how many times has that happened to one of you guys? I know it's happened to me before. I read a nice little ad and an article about some new gear coming out and got it, and it just wasn't up to par with what I was expecting. And I was always told, buy once with no regrets or pay me later, and that's so true. Just go ahead and save your money, man, and get what you really been wanting to put in your rack. But I was curious, man, what you guys are using. Some of my favorites I'm going to mention down below. Like I said, I put some links down there so you don't got to chase around all over town. Some of the best microphone preamps in the world, and compressors and channel strips. So if you got 3 or 4 grand to throw in the pot, man, get you some of these channel strips by Avalon, by Manley, and you won't go wrong, man. They're just Class A, beautiful microphone preamps and compressors, man. But I was looking through some of the catalogs out there, man, and I was looking at all the different compressors and things out there that you can get. You can get DBX. I know DBX makes a nice compressor. It's really good for drums or whatnot. They've been around a long time, so DBX is good. But I wanted to mention a compressor that isn't mentioned that much, and it's been out a long, long time. Probably, I'd say late 60s or early 70s, and that's the Drummer 1973. This compressor is really, really, really nice, and it's overlooked by a lot of people, but they are used in major studios, recording studios, and still is one of my favorite. I know I had a lot of good luck using that. Your LA2A by Teletronics is a beautiful compressor if you can spend $3,700 on that baby. But Manley and I'd say Empirical Labs or API. APIs are beautiful, nice, clean preamps. I love API stuff. Just really pristine and right to the core, man. I mean, any microphone that you're going to put in API, you're going to be happy with it. If you're using ribbon microphones like this right here, this is a AEA R44 ribbon microphone. It's actually mocked after or mimicked after the old RCA 44. And these ribbon microphones, man, take tons of gain to actually get them at optimal performance. And so I think I have about 60 dB of gain on this mic right here. But if you're going to get a nice preamp, go ahead and get one with tons of gain. That way you got plenty of headroom to work with on your dynamic microphones. Like your SM7B, it takes a lot of juice to get it up and going. And a good reference point is around 60 dB. But go ahead and get you a nice preamp. These are some suggestions that I'm going to throw out there at you, man, and and I hope it helps you out. But go ahead and get you a nice, beautiful, clean preamp with tons of gain. And AE makes a nice preamp with clean, super clean, with tons of gain. I think it has 85 dB gain on that baby. If you can't get a mic to pump with that, man, something's wrong. But typically around 60 dB, you should be able to start doing some stuff with your dynamic microphones, the SM7B, and your ribbon microphones. But I wanted to throw a couple of my favorite compressors out there, and that is the Fatso by Empirical Labs, and also the Distressor by Empirical Labs. Those are two of my favorite compressors to work with, simply because they mimic so many different other compressors. And so, if you're kind of on a budget, man, and you want a beautiful compressor that's going to be able to do all the work for you, whether it's on drums or whether it's on because you need fast attack, fast releases, or whatever it's on. That Distressor, man, you can't go wrong, man. It's just really, really good. I loved working with that compressor. I actually had that one and the Fatso, and I had to let go of the two during the move. And man, but I got to get them back in my studio. It's a must-have, man. But yeah, and also Manly, man. The Manly Slam is really, really good. I worked with that one for a while. I had that in my studio and loved it. Also, I didn't mention in my link down there below, but I like Tube Tech. Tube Tech has some really, really good sound. I think Ingwe Monstein, his whole studio is outfitted with Tube Tech gear. And but there's so many to choose from, like I say. So I wanted to mention a couple of my favorites. I put the links down there and below. But I was looking through this magazine, man, and all the different preamps out there. Warm Audio makes some nice stuff. As you can see behind me, I have some Warm Audio stuff, and it's not gonna kill your bank account, man. So, and I love this Tone Beast behind me. That Tone Beast, man, that preamp right there, dude. I can put actually I've got this mic right here going through it, and I got about 60 dB gain on it. But I can put any microphone through that and just dial in all kind of stuff. It kind of reminds me of the Distressor compressor, because you got so many different variables in there that you can dial in and do different stuff with it, man. It's just kind of neat. A lot of times I find myself just tweaking and playing and having a good time with seeing what all kind of sounds I can get out of it before I actually do my tracking, because I always like to get my sound just the way I want it before I print it. And but yeah, man, there's so many different mic pre's and compressors out there. Your entry level stuff is I'd stay away from that. I'd stay away from your entry level stuff. And when I say that, like, art, things like that, I know they make some good stuff, and they do make some good stuff, but it's not, for me, it's just, it's not as good as the real good stuff. So you're going to pay for what you get, man. If you spend $500 on a mic pre, that's what you're going to get, $500 worth of mic pre, compared to $3,000 on the mic pre. So once you get in your $2,000 range or $1,500 range, I'd say $1,500 range starts getting in the middle of the road. When you start to get to 2,000 and 3,000, then you're starting to get around the 5-star stuff. But that Distressor, man, that Distressor is just, I gotta say, every studio needs a Distressor. And as far as your mic pre's, I've worked with the 610 Universal Audio mic pre's. I really like those, man. They gave me a really nice fat sound with that tube going on in there. And I really like Universal Audio stuff. And I tell you, when you get it, it's rock solid. You get it, it's built well. Some of the Warm Audio stuff, it's questionable. I like the way everything sounds, but how long is it going to last? And only time will tell, how well they're built. When I had all my Universal Audio stuff, man, they're built like tanks, and man, just beautiful. Everything I ran through the 1176 just was killer, man. 3-to-1 ratio, or you can push all the buttons in and just really come up with some really cool stuff. I think I did some recordings on some drums, some live drums, and I had one ribbon microphone in the room, miking the room. I had it going through the 1176 compressor and the 610 mic pre. These were two different units at the time. Now that you can get them in the same piece in one rack. But anyway, I had my ribbon microphone recording the room, and then I had one on the kick, and I want to say I had two overheads, XY position, man. And I mean, the drum just came alive, dude, and had all the buttons pushed in on that 1176, man, and it just had such a Bonham sound to it, man. Just the drums were just rocking, man. Everything was pristine. And the room had a lot to do with it too. It wasn't a huge room, but it wasn't a real small one either. And there were diffusers in the room. It was treated. The room was treated properly. And but we got some great sounds off those drums, man. And my drummer really couldn't believe it. Actually, listening back to what he had just played, just had this huge sound. So universal audio stuff, man, you can't go wrong with that on the preamps and the compressors. I don't know about all the other stuff, the Apollo and all that other stuff. I did have it for a short period of time and worked with it, but didn't get to play with it very long. And so I can't vouch for that too much. But the preamps and the 1176, the compressors, beautiful, love universal audio stuff, man, built like tanks. But in my studio, man, I definitely got to get the Empirical Lab, the distressor back in here, and the Fatso. It was beautiful. I love those two pieces. But I wanted to mention another piece that probably hadn't mentioned that much is Crane Songs, another piece of gear out there that's really nice. I like their stuff. But yeah, API, Crane Song, Manly. These are preamps that you can't go wrong if you're in the market for a nice preamp. For your, I'd say for your delays and things like that, Eventide's been out a long time. Their reverb and delays are really, really nice. But don't go out there, man. I'm telling you, just save your money, man, and get something you're going to appreciate. Oh, also this one, I didn't want to forget this one, man. It's Dakin mic pre. It seems like we did some drum recordings on that using that mic pre as well. Man, we really had. I mean, I was just floored with that thing. I got to get me one in my studio again, man. But that thing, we were able to do pull up some nice, clean. Everything was clean. Had a real nice big bottom end, a nice fat mid range, and beautiful silky buttery highs, man. Just everything we ran through that Dakin sounded really, really good as well. And so I didn't want to mention that one. I didn't put that one in my list down there as some of my favorites. But if you can get you a Dakin mic pre, and API, Manly. These are some of the best mic pre's out there and compressors out there. Avalon's another one. Super clean stuff, super beautiful stuff, especially if you're doing hip hop stuff. SM7B, going through an Avalon mic preamp, can't go wrong there, man. The vocalist can get up and eat the microphone if he wants to. He can spit in the daggum thing, it doesn't matter. And run it through an Avalon mic pre. The channel strip's really nice because you got the mic pre on it, then you got the compressor on it, then you got the EQ as well. So you got all three built into one. And I think I listed that one down there in my link down below. You can click on that and get you one of those. Love Avalon. In fact, Avalon and Manly is probably in the majority of your mastering facilities out there. So once it leaves the recording studio and all the tracking's done and mixing is done, it typically goes into a mastering facility with a bunch of Avalon and Manly gear in there, man. You're gonna find that gear in there because it's the best you can get, man. You're not gonna go wrong. It's gonna hurt your bank account a little bit, man, but in the long run, man, you're gonna buy with no regrets, and that's the best way to buy, man, with no regrets. Just go ahead and drop a bullet and buy it, man, and get you some good stuff in your studio, man. fill up those racks, man. Let me know what you're using in your rack, man. Let me know what you got in yours. I listed some of mine in there, and I'd like to hear what you guys are using out there. If there's anything that's new that's popped up that I don't know about, throw that in there if you have a suggestion on some of the stuff that you like to use. Those are some of my best microphone preamps and compressors that I like to use, and I just wanted to share that information with you because it really hurts when you buy something, man, and there's all these regrets and you wish you wouldn't have got it. You wish you could return it, but you might have to sell it on eBay and lose out. And so that's a sad thing when you buy and there's a lot of regrets. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, man, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, man, it's a great channel. We're doing reviews, we're doing giveaways, and also I wanted to mention out there for you XRP lovers, I see that bull tide right there. You XRP lovers, man, is jumping up. We're going to the moon with that. And so if you're missing out on the boat on that, you better jump in on it, man. And Stellar's up too, man. So get you some Stellar, get you some XRP. And if you haven't rang that bell or smash that bell, go ahead and smash them out, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow.